Hi, my name is Dr. Covington Ward, and I'm an assistant professor of Africana Studies here at the University of Pittsburgh. I have a PhD in cultural anthropology, and the courses that I teach here at Pitt include Intro to Africana Studies, Cultures of Africa, Women of Africa and the African Diaspora, Power and Performance in Africa, and a new course that I co-designed with a colleague that's called Global Diasporas, Contemporary African and Caribbean Migration. So a lot of African courses. Okay. Well, personally, it all started with a 5th grade teacher I had named Miss Jackson. I won't go into detail about it, but she basically really got my class to really think about our connection with Africa. And I'm originally from the Bronx in New York City, and she was the first teacher that ever did that for me, and it was a big moment for the class that I was in, which was all Black and Latino kids. So from that point forward, I had this interest in Africa, and I went to Brown University for my undergraduate degree and got a degree in Afro-American Studies. And while I was there, I studied abroad in Ghana for a semester. So besides my courses, which continued to allow me to explore my interest, studying abroad in Ghana was the first time I actually went to Africa. After that, I went on to graduate school, and I ended up doing my dissertation research in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I was there between 2005 and 2006 on a Fulbright scholarship. And I was doing research for my dissertation. And I went back again in 2010. And besides that, for the last 15 years or so, I've been involved with African immigrant communities here in the United States, primarily Liberians, but also other communities as well. Well, there are a number of reasons why it's important to study Africa. First and foremost, Africa is the 2nd largest continent in the entire world. And because of that, Africa also has a huge presence in terms of its peoples, its histories, and the many cultures that make up the continent. Besides the fact that everyone started in Africa because all humanity started there. There's much more also to realize about the impact and importance of Africa in everyday life. So, for example, demographically, the continent itself is going to grow tremendously in terms of the number of people within the next 30 to 50 years. The world's going to look a bit different in terms of Africans are anticipated to take up about 1/5 of the entire population of the world, and it's going to continue to grow after that. So these kinds of demographic shifts will have larger implications for immigration, for businesses and where businesses are located, because Africans are not only they're also consumers. So in terms of, for example, mobile development and growth of mobile networks, and there's so many new businesses that are being started within the continent, specifically around mobile phones, for example. So that's just one particular instance of how Africa is going to have a huge impact in terms of a number of different things that are coming in the future and in the present. Okay. I think the African Studies Certificate is really, really important for students who want to demonstrate that they have a grounding and an understanding in both the history, the present, and the future of the African continent. Whether it's business, whether it's law, whether it's health, whether it's information technology, as I already discussed, there are many ways in which all of these different fields interact with and deal with Africans in Africa on an everyday basis, and will continue to do so because of its importance demographically. So I think that having the certificate will position students very well to be able to demonstrate that they have knowledge of many different countries, different cultures, different traditions, and different histories that can impact then, for example, marketing decisions or how you approach a particular health intervention. So the African Studies Certificate will definitely show to employers that you have this knowledge that you can bring to them and will be a benefit for them.